We know what we're doing, okay? All right, so back to that question. This is now 1700 bindings, okay? So if we make them, right, we're going to have these costs, and I'll save the fixed costs for last, okay? This should be 2100. Okay, so let's see. If Mountain Funds accountants predict that purchasing the bindings from Witherspoon will enable the company to avoid 2,200 in fixed costs. So we got to use that number, right? That's what you used, right? 2,200 in fixed costs, fixed overhead costs, right? So we're going to do an analysis, and it says, okay, if we buy from Witherspoon, we're going to be paying $13 each. So we got to take 1,700 times 13. That's the purchase price from Witherspoon. And then we got transportation cost of $3. So the total for 1,700 is 5,100. Okay, so 1,700 times $3, and then we're going to have a logo cost of 60 cents for 1,700 units if we outsource. Okay, so let's tally up the columns. And then outsourcing would be and then we make the difference here, right? Now, do you remember which ones we show as positive and which ones we show as negative? Do we show these as positive?
I show those as positive, and then like everything from purchases is negative.
Okay. Show it as negative, right? It's kind of set up different than most other problems, so it's easy to get thrown off. Now we gotta do that math. Okay, so we got negative, meaning that outsourcing is going to cost us more overall than doing it in-house, and we can double check that. That's because there's not enough movement in the classroom. The lights go off that way.
Oh.
Ah, we got it. Yeah, we got it. Okay. So we'll keep that in mind. And it looks like it's cheaper. These are costs, so it looks like it's cheaper to make the bindings. So we're going to continue to make the bindings. Okay. Now if we come down here and we take the same information to make the bindings, just drop it down. All right. Okay. And then in this scenario, right, it says the facilities freed up by purchasing from Witherspoon can be used to manufacture another product that will contribute $3,500 to profit. Okay. So they want us to look at three scenarios. They want us to look at our original make it, the second scenario of just outsourcing. So 2,000, 21,000, or 22,100. And then finally, if we were to make the product, actually make a new product, and in this case we're going to show that expected profit as a negative, right? Because that's lowering the cost, having that profit. So we'll pull these over. If we're making a new product, we're assuming that we're also outsourcing the original bindings, because in order to get the capacity in the plant to make a new product, we would have to outsource the bindings. Okay. So we're going to still have these costs because we're still buying the bindings, but we're making $3,500 in profit from the use of the capacity that has been freed up. Okay. So why don't we go vertical? Treating that profit as a reduction of our cost. Did I compute that correctly? Let's see. $23,920. So in this case, it almost looks like buying the bindings and using the idle facility capacity to make a new product is a better option. Okay. Let me just double check the numbers. Do you see anything, Justin, that says otherwise? Let's see.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So we got to be careful with this one because, oops, I made a mistake. I put a wrong number in there. Hold on. We may have put 28 in when it should be 25,220. Hang on a minute. There you go. 51, right? $28,220. Okay. Make sure our math is right. So this is really 51, 5,100. If I can get my mouse to. Okay. So in the make new product column, I think it's going to be a different story now. 26. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's still higher, right? These outsource binding scenarios are still higher than just making our own bindings. So we're going to continue to make the bindings. So that's a make or buy decision scenario, which is pretty common, right? You could think about any business that, like take Starbucks, right? They have those pastries. Now I'm not sure if they're making them in their bakery or if they're using another company to make the pastries that they sell in their restaurants. We probably could find out. Um, and it might be cheaper for them to use another company to bake them, and they just buy the end product from them and just put them into their display case at Starbucks so they can focus on coffee.